Hello everyone and welcome. Thank you very much for joining me in this video. It's actually a very special video. We're going to talk about Lunar, guys. I've already done 2 videos on YouTube for Lunar. The first video was when the stock was at $2.53. You can see this screenshot right now of the video that I did put out on YouTube. So the stock was $2.53. Then what else did I do? I did another video. This was a screenshot of a second video on YouTube. The stock was at $3.05. And the stock right now, guys, is at $4.40. I know it shows $4.35 when you're looking at the screen, but I got a second screen in the background now that I'm looking at, and it's live and it's at $4.40. So we went from $2.53 to $4.40, all within this year. We're up over 70% had you invested in the stock when it was at $2.53. Obviously, you do not invest in anything according to my videos, right? You have to do your own due diligence and all that stuff. So we're going to focus on Lunar, but before I focus on Lunar and give you some news about what's going on, there's some latest news that came out for Lunar, so we'll stick around and we'll get to that real quick. I want to go back to the video real quick that I did yesterday. Yesterday I did an IPO review, but before the IPO review I talked briefly about Pfizer, and I'm getting some questions right now because of that video that I did, and people are kind of confused. They thought that, the study that I was talking about is now. Let me explain what I mean. So yesterday's video, I talked about Pfizer, and I said that there is a study that is going on, right? So here's the thing. The study is going on right now. It has not been completed. It has not been completed. All right, so it's still going on. It's a study that Pfizer is doing on 260,000 males already. They're pretty much giving all those guys Viagra to see if Viagra is going to reduce the chances of them getting Alzheimer's. So I don't know how they figured that out, but they've already come up with a early conclusion that the use of Viagra is going to help men reduce the chances of getting Alzheimer's, right, by 18%. So that's what I mentioned yesterday. I showed the screenshot and all that stuff. So that's an ongoing study. And obviously, like I said yesterday in my video, if that works out and when the study is complete and it's going to be good news, I think. All right. I mean, obviously, Viagra is a product that's already out there. Pfizer's already making money off of it. But hey, if you can put something extra, like a bonus, you also reduce your chances of getting Alzheimer's by 18%. It's going to get everybody even more excited than ever before, right? And the shorts, I didn't cover that part. If that study comes out and everything is fine, not only will you have the shareholders of Pfizer being super excited, the shorts are going to get screwed for sure, and they're going to have a very rough time.
That's what she said.
So that's that. So Pfizer, I think that stock is also trading undervalued. Don't buy it because I said so. Check it out if you want and do your own due diligence. Let's go back to Lunar, guys. The stock is at like I said, $4.40. And the news right now we have is that NASA sets coverage for SpaceX Intuitive Machines' first moon mission. When is that coverage? Well, it's February 14th, guys, Valentine's Day. So SpaceX targeting February 14th for launch of Intuitive Machines' IM-1 private moon mission. And this is on, I think, space.com. Also in India today, SpaceX to launch private lunar lander on the moon on Valentine's Day. Everything's looking rosy and perfect. Here's another question I always, I recently get for Lunar stock, because I covered it from when it was $2.53 and all that stuff, and people think, that Mike is a genius. Well, I'm not a genius, but I try my best, right? I try my best. If you want to join a trading community where I'm in there every day and you can see what I buy and sell, and also to interact with a group of amazing people, we've really built a great community where we're actually, we're friends and we help each other out. The link will be in the comment section below. But guys, so what's going on with Lunar? Would you buy Lunar now? People are asking me, hey Mike, is it still a buy since it's and now that it's at 440, it's gone up a lot. Is it still a buy? My personal opinion is this, and this is just for me. I'm not saying that you should do that, right? You have to do your own due diligence. Don't buy it, like I said. But here's my thing. I think that Lunar stock, when it launches, if it's successful and it lands on the mission, it lands on the moon, and successful and everything's fine, I think the stock will go higher, because after that, if the mission is successful, milestone payments will roll in, contracts and all that stuff. And if you remember last year, they had they were selected to be part of a $719 million NASA contract. Not getting all that money, but if they land on the, successfully, some of that money will start coming in. So that's good news, and I think the stock will go way, way, way higher. Are there risks to investing in Lunar now, right? Is there any risk to investing in ticker symbol LUNR? Intuitive Machines is the company. Here's the risks. The risk is one that I can think of is the rocket doesn't succeed, right? So the rocket goes to take off on February 14th and we have a problem. That's a risk, right? It's, rocket is 100%. But the thing is that the risk on that part sort of is very small, because Intuitive Machines spacecraft will be on a rocket called Falcon 9, if I remember right. And this is SpaceX. So SpaceX is the one who is going to launch Intuitive Machines spacecraft. And that rocket is very proven, and SpaceX is very proven. So I think that that part will be fine. I think that the takeoff will be fine, the launch will be fine. The separation of Intuitive Machines spacecraft from the rocket in space will be fine, in my opinion, right? SpaceX is a pro at that stuff. After it separates from the rocket, it is no longer, it has nothing to do anymore with SpaceX. So it's all up to the technology that Intuitive Machines has built, and that's where the whole game is going to be played. When it separates from the rocket, going towards the moon, is it going to make it to the moon? And when it makes it to the moon, will it land successfully, or will crash on the moon? We don't. So if it doesn't go successful, obviously that's the risk you got to keep in mind. It would definitely make the stock tank. If it is successful, by the way, it just hit $4.48 now. If it is successful, then obviously the stock is going to go higher. Now, people who bought this stock at $2.50 when I made that YouTube video, right now it's at $4.48. They're up big time, right? And by the time $4.49 now, but by the time that the February 14th comes, I think it will be a little higher than that. So people might want to take profits. I'm not saying that you should. That's up to you. It just hit 4.50 cents now, as I see it. This is pretty awesome. So guys, thank you very much for watching this video. Let me know in the comment section below, what do you think about the Lunar stock? What do you think about Intuitive Machines' mission? Will it land on the moon successfully? India landed successfully. Japan landed successfully. Who else? I think China did not. And there was another country last year that also landed successfully. 454 now. Jeez, it's going up. All right, guys. So that's that. Also, don't forget, I think Pfizer is undervalued. Check it out if you want to. Thank you very much for watching this video, and I'll see you on the next one.